think Scotland's kind of historically had like a really sort of diverse music scene. I think it's like, you know, made up of so many different influences in the cities. It's quite kind of, there's a foreboding heaviness when I think of Glasgow. I think of like Chemical Underground and like Mogwai, and I think of bands like the Delgados and that kind of stuff, and I think there's that sort of like melancholic kind of thing going on.
So Edinburgh is, I suppose some people think it's sort of a big city and that it's not, you know, one of those really headline cities that you know is a music city like Glasgow, Manchester, Bristol, London, but actually Edinburgh's got like a really intrinsic, really cool music scene, and it's growing. That's the really exciting thing about Edinburgh. Whether or not it's Sneaky Beach, which is 100 capacity, or say the Usher Hall, which is going up to nearly 3,000, those venues have never been busier, and they've never had so many shows. And I think all the major promoters around the UK are noticing that an Edinburgh show can really sell, and exciting things can happen here.
I don't mind if you're right. Cut and burn and love and life.
So the biggest thing for us is we constantly evolve. Music evolves so fast, even though you've also still got some amazing classic bands. But in terms of the music that gets played here by new bands, by old bands, we need to evolve so that the future generations can also come here and feel like it's their home as well as the home for everyone that used to come here.
And I think we do like try and keep our gigs varied. You know, they can be everything from, you know, like indie, rock, metal, blues. We have the jazz festival in here, and we're definitely a destination venue. That, you know, we're 600 capacity, and it really it changes every gig. You know, whatever music genre we do. So we do have a small group that are like, you know, our regular. They'll just come to every gig that we have in here, but generally it's whatever music base, you know, the genre or whatever, and they'll bring their own sweated messes to our venue.
Having more gigs, watching these local bands get the opportunities to build and to grow into bigger bands. I think Glasgow as a whole it's improving. There's still room for improvement, but it's I think that the city as a whole, the music scene is pretty strong, and in broadcast as well. It's just exciting to see all these bands coming through.
We have brought about 200 to 240 live music events every year for the last 6.5 years, apart from the 2 years of COVID. The building here is obviously an old converted church, so it dates to 1836, making it the third oldest church in Glasgow. It's a Grade B listed building, which has given us plenty of opportunity over the years to make it a very unique and very special space.
And when I feel the music, and when I feel the music, it is such a
Stramash basically means fight. We opened a music venue on the Cowgate and called it Fight. But no, it's Stramash, yeah. It used to be a church, it used to be a nightclub before that, and it was a Wilkie House Theatre, so the steps coming down into the green room, they're still painted red from when it was Wilkie House Theatre. People would come down from the rooms above here, which is now the Mash House, onto the stage, and we've sort of taken it back to what it was like when it was Wilkie House Theatre, same layout.
So in stereo, I mean, there's a real mix of like demographics and people that come in. We have shows like black metal shows or like hardcore punk, and then we have like pop, performance, theatre, comedy. So there's not really one demographic.
music, songs of light and shadow.
We're trying to just get involved as much as we can, like just involved with other venues and stuff like that, Sneaky Pete and LaBelle and Gel and all that as well, just trying to get as many bands in as possible and up and coming bands. And
It could be a finger tap.
as I say, we're looking to appeal to the sort of local bands and the up and coming bands, especially as we have the 2 different sized rooms within the venue. So it's quite exciting to see some of these artists that come through the ranks.
It could be an orchestra, it could be an orchestra, it could be an orchestra, it could be
The role that we'd like Voodoo to play would be to support the smaller up and coming bands and maybe touring bands from other countries that don't really have as big a following. Now, if you've been to the Voodoo Rooms, it's a beautiful setting to play in. It's also a really nice setting to go to a gig in. So we'd like to provide a really nice platform